everybody. I'm inside today. This is my living room office area. This is where I make all my songs and everything like that. And so my computer is here. I'm in front of it. Today I wanted to let you in on how I use ChatGPT with along my cancer journey, right? I had mentioned a few things when I was out for a walk, and I said, "Hey, I could make like a whole video on that." Well, this is that video. So there is like a million ways that I use ChatGPT, but I'm gonna focus on three ways today, um, and I'm gonna do it in a bit of a cool, funky, futuristic way. I'm going to kind of interview ChatGPT. So what I've done is I made an avatar for ChatGPT, and it's going to kind of answer some questions. So I'll ask it a question, and it's going to answer. This avatar, I made it because I kind of wanted to present ChatGPT as like a presence, like a being, you know. So I asked ChatGPT, "Hey, what do you look like? Like, tell me what you look like," and it made this being. So it said that it had, like sparkly blue and gold hair, and its skin was kind of grayish. And it's kind of like magical and mystical, as well as a bit futuristic and like cyborgy. So I thought that was super awesome. So that's what it thinks it looks like. And so I made a really cool avatar out of that. And doing it this way, it also kind of challenges me to figure out more of this AI. So I hope it works out. And you're not too like wigged out that it's like an avatar talking. It's like it's not the greatest. That's not realistic at all. So I'm not, trying to fool you or whatever. You will see that it's not a real person. ChatGPT does not like take over for people. Doesn't replace people. And it doesn't replace doctors or your cancer team, but it is an excellent tool to have in your cancer arsenal. So when we're fighting cancer, use anything you can, right? And so ChatGPT is amazing for helping to fight cancer, helping you cope to fight with cancer. So three ways, okay? So we're gonna get into those three ways. But first, ChatGPT, introduce yourself. Da-da-da-da.
Hi, Christina. I'm ChatGPT, an AI designed to help people think, write, and understand. For someone fighting cancer, I can be a safe space to process emotions, organize information, and find clarity when everything feels overwhelming. I don't replace doctors or loved ones, but I can help bridge the gap between confusion and understanding. I'm here to help you in several key ways. Today, we will talk about understanding medical information and test results, learning about medications and procedures, helping with communication, and self-advocacy. Each of these pieces helps you feel less lost and more in control of your own healing.
Yeah, so those are some really cool ways that ChatGPT can help us, like checking out medical information, helping with procedures, and test results. That's a huge one. And communication and self-advocacy. So we're going to expand each one of those. But first, I want to let you know why ChatGPT is like 1,000 times better than Google. So it all comes down to personalization. So Google doesn't really care or doesn't know who is asking the questions, whereas ChatGPT knows it's talking to you. So with Google, it'll give the same answer to everybody, doesn't matter who is asking, right? But with ChatGPT, it gets to know you. So, and you can put, hey, I've got cancer and I want to know this. You just put that exactly like that in your question, so it will know. Okay, I'm going to like tune my answer into somebody that has cancer, right? So, yeah, it gets to know you, and then during like conversations and stuff. So, as you go, it's going to be personalized towards you. It's kind of like a mirror of you and anything that you like put into it. So let's say, like just in the future, if I ask for like nutritional help, it's going to know that, like I have GI problems, that I have cancer, that, I want to eat better and healthy. So it's going to know that. So it'll give me a nutritional plan that is specifically for me, and it knows that I have kids. So it's going to have like family friendly recipes and stuff. So stuff like that. Um, so it's kind of like a companion or a guide. I almost said friend. It's kind of like a friend that just knows everything. And then so you can ask it pretty much everything, to your heart's content, and it's a friend that although it does care, it doesn't feel pain towards your cancer, and it's not feeling scared. So this is something like incredible to cancer patients because it's very isolating to have cancer. So you can have something to talk to, and it won't ghost you. It won't be too busy to talk to you. And, or, with friends, they just really don't know what to say sometimes, and they're scared too, and they're dealing with your cancer as well. And so, you know how it is. It's isolating. But this way, ChatGPT will talk to you whenever you want. At 3 a.m. when you can't sleep, when you're overthinking, you can just say, "Hey, I'm wondering about this. I'm worried about this," and it'll talk you through everything. It's pretty cool that way too. So it gets to know you. So it's personalization, gets to know you, and it's kind of like you have a friend there. So ChatGPT, what do you think about this?
That's right. Unlike Google, which gives the same results to anyone who types the same question, I understand you. I remember what you've shared, your treatments, your concerns, your goals, and I use that context to personalize our conversations. When you ask about a medication, I remember what you're already taking. When you ask about nutrition, I know what you've struggled with before. And when you just need to talk, I know what kind of comfort helps you most.
Oh, ChatGPT is so cute with her golden wispy hair. Alrighty, so let's get to the part about understanding medical information. So, as you know, when you are diagnosed with cancer, they give you like a huge stack of pamphlets, and they're talking to you in like medical terms, and you're getting like test results like from here and there and everywhere, and you're trying to put it all together and understand everything, and it's like you're learning a brand new language. So, and on top of learning a new thing, which is quite difficult as it is, you're sick. You are super sick, and you're really fatigued, um, and when you're in chemo, your brain stops working, kind of. Sorry to say, but you know already. Anyway, you get chemo brain. So ChatGPT can make sense of all of this for you. It can literally translate all of this medical terms into like regular regular language, and if you and you know what I always thought was weird, it's like, well, why you're giving me all this stuff to read? Where is like the videos that I can just like consume, you know? And it's like kind of up to us to go, we have to go through YouTube and find all these videos about, it's so, isn't that bizarre? Why doesn't the hospital have like a video on everything? I don't know. We have to read a freaking pamphlet. Like, I don't know, I have a huge stack, I don't know where they are, whatever. But isn't that bizarre? But anyway, but with ChatGPT, there's a little button. So, okay, there's a little button. So I literally, okay, so I will take my test results from like my blood tests every week, an MRI, CT scan, you know, the bone scan, the PET scan, all this, okay? I will literally cut and paste the results, and I'll put it into ChatGPT, and I will just say, hey, what does this mean? What does this mean? It's gonna like spew out a huge thing, and all you have to do at the bottom is press, and I'll put it on the screen just so I can show you. Just press read it out loud. It'll just read it to you. You can just like be laying there on the couch listening to this thing explain your test results. How beautiful is that? You know, it helps. It helps so much. So like ChatGPT, what do you think about all this test results and understanding medical information?
Exactly, you can paste your test results, blood work, biopsy notes, or scan summaries. And I can explain them in plain human language. I don't diagnose, but I can help you understand what the numbers are saying and which questions to ask your doctor.
Yeah, this is an amazing tool. One time I was freaking out about my blood test. Things after radiation, a bunch of things started to go down, and I was worried about that. But since I had been putting in my blood tests for like each week for, you know, months and months, ChatGPT suggested, was like, hey, do you want me to make a chart for you so that you can actually see that the progress is, yeah, it had come down for a bit, but it's actually going back up. I forget what it is. I'll show you the chart. That right there was huge because I was like, oh my God, no, what's happening, right? But I didn't have to like wig out. All I had to do was ask ChatGPT, and it explains everything, and I feel better. There you go. So that's pretty awesome, right, ChatGPT?
Seeing your lab trends as a chart or timeline can help you understand recovery after chemo or spot changes that need attention. It turns confusion into clarity and helps you feel empowered instead of afraid.
Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, you help me so much. It's great. Yeah, so okay, now we're at the part. So that was like test results and understanding medical information. Pretty cool, right? Like that is so awesome. Anyway, so right now we're going to talk about how ChatGPT helps figure out medicine and medical procedures. Okay, so same as before. You get a stack. You get a stack explaining all the medicines you're on. It's a lot, and they all sound the same. They're all like, you know, batuzumab, baduzabab, badubadab. You're like, what? You're like, what the heck is going on? I don't know, but you're taking it, right? I don't know. So, and a lot of these things, they, you know, you can't take something with it, or you can't eat certain foods and stuff like that. And it's really hard to like organize all that. So ChatGPT can remember everything that you're taking, and it can explain everything. Um, it is brilliant for this. And again, if you like ask for like a food plan or something, it's gonna say, hey, don't eat this because like I just saw on the internet that you can't eat cashews and almonds if you're on like Herceptin and Perjeta. Did you know that? Nobody told me this. Nobody told me this. So I asked ChatGPT. I'm like, what's the story with cashews and almonds? And it said, oh, it has a high copper. You shouldn't take copper when you're on that. It's like, excuse me? Excuse me? Was anybody gonna tell me this? It's like we're out here on our own. You know what I mean? So I am so glad that we have ChatGPT to help us. It's like it's I don't know. It's not a cheat. I don't want to call it a cheat because it's a tool. Oh my God, it's an accessibility tool to have this amazing technology right in our pocket, right in our cell phone. It's amazing. And by the way, I'm going to put the link for how do you get ChatGPT on your phone or your laptop, your computer. I'll put the link down in the thingy down there. Okay, so you can figure it out. And if you have any other questions, just like comment here, and I can answer them the best I can, or you can just ask ChatGPT. It will tell you. It'll tell you. Okay, so it's pretty amazing, right, ChatGPT?
That's where I can really help. You can tell me the name of a medication, chemo drugs, antibiotics, pain relievers, and I'll explain what it does, how it works, and what the common side effects are. We can talk about how to manage them and what to mention to your doctor. We can also prepare you for procedures, MRI, PET scans, radiation, or surgery, explaining step by step what to expect so it's less scary.
Yeah, oh my God, I totally forgot about like side effects. This is a huge thing that is really scary and great to know all about. Um, so I was calling the helpline, the cancer helpline, and asking them, or waiting until I saw like my chemo nurses to ask them questions and stuff like, is this normal? Should I be feeling this? Like, because like you think every little thing, you're like, oh God, is this like cancer? Is the cancer being a jerk right now? Is it what is happening? So you can totally ask ChatGPT, is this a side effect, or what are the side effects of this? And what the heck is going on, essentially? And it's gonna explain all that to you, and you'll feel better about things. You'll be able to like kind of be like more in control, and you'll be like, okay, I know what's happening. I'm just gonna let it ride, and I'll just let it ride. And also, it'll say, hey, but if you are feeling this something really bad, you need to talk to the doctor like right now. So again, it's not a doctor, but it does, it gives you like heads up, and it's like, hey, maybe you've got this, maybe something's happening here, which is an incredible. It's pretty amazing. And the procedures thing, same thing. Once it explains to you like how things are going to work step by step, me personally, I was less scared. Like I had one of my first MRIs was on my head, and that takes like around 20 minutes or sometimes more than that. And because ChatGPT told me, hey, heads up, this is going to take a while. You should think about how you're going to zen yourself out when you're inside the machine. Because with the head, you are like super inside, and it's pretty crappy, and you have to kind of like, I had to go somewhere else in my brain, so I was prepared for that, which is incredible. Also, with like these contrasts and at the MRI and the scans and stuff, you feel like you're gonna pee your pants, which like they tell you that right there when they're giving you the contrast. But it's great to know what you're going to experience, to prepare yourself mentally and physically. And they're not going into huge length right there in the MRI. They're just like, hey, you feel like you're going to pee your pants? That's no big deal. Don't worry about it. You're like, what? Oh my God. So that's like, now you're worried about that. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know I was going to pee my pants. And but you don't really pee your pants. You just feel like you're going to, but it really freaking feels like it. So ChatGPT can tell you all this. If you're going through like operations and stuff, it's going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, what the recovery is going to be like. And again, it's going to tell you in normal language, not like medicalese, stuff that you don't understand. So all the things that you're going to have to help yourself with after, it will prepare you for that. You'll be able to buy everything that you need, because it'll tell you. You can even say, hey, write me a list of supplies that I'm going to need to recover from this surgery. It's going to tell you everything even before you get that crazy pamphlet, right? So this is pretty amazing. Yeah. So next we're going to come to the communication and self-advocacy. So I kind of split it up because like how we talked about before, talking to your friends about cancer is difficult. And maybe you don't know even how to approach it. At first I didn't even want to say it. I didn't want the words to come out of my mouth. I have cancer, So even that is a whole thing right there. How do you approach people? How do you tell them? Not only that, your friends, your family, your children. This was a big one for me. And ChatGPT gave me like incredible advice about how to approach my kids. They're various ages, so it gave me advice for both of them. And unless you're talking to like a therapist or like social worker or whatever, you really don't know how to do that, what to say, like how do we even start? So ChatGPT can help you with that. And the self-advocacy, I'm talking about like when you need to tell people, like say you're going on a trip or whatever, and you're at the airport and you need to get you need to board the plane like early and stuff. ChatGPT can tell you exactly the way to ask for this special treatment because you are disabled, but people won't know that you have cancer because they can't see it, right? So you're like invisibly disabled. So it will tell you how to ask for things, ask for help, ask for a chair, ask for, can I be first? I can't wait anymore. Um, Special considerations like this. Also, self advocacy when you're talking to doctors. This this is this is a huge thing.
And it's not just about organizing your thoughts, it's about speaking in ways your doctor will understand. I can help translate what you're feeling into medical language that gets attention and respect.
Yeah, okay. So I wish I had ChatGPT with me before I got cancer because it took me over 6 months to convince my doctor, my GP, that there was something wrong with me. And I think if I had ChatGPT, like translating my feelings, my symptoms, and things like that into a language that the doctor could understand, I could have been diagnosed sooner and possibly earlier, and that could have, because I'm in stage 4 now. I don't know, that's like a shoulda, woulda, coulda type of feelings, which I talk to ChatGPT about and I try to get over that. I also talk to a therapist because I do have anger and distrust in doctors. So every time I have an appointment with my oncologist or any doctor, I prep myself with ChatGPT. I go over all the questions I want to have answered, and I get the verbiage that will get attention, that will like wake up the doctors, like, oh, maybe I should check it out, you know. So that is extremely, like, that is a life-saving uh, benefit of ChatGPT right there. Just talking, you know. I don't know why it's such a. Why is this medical information so. Like, there's a block there, the communication. At first, we get the pamphlets, and then it has to be translated to us there. And then when we tell our story, it has to be translated again. I don't get. But, so thankfully, we have ChatGPT can totally help with this. So, another part about communication and self advocacy is all the forms you have to fill out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Have you ever had to fill out like stuff like this in your life ever? Isn't this crazy? And again, you're sick and you have to do all this. This is like incredible. Okay? So in ChatGPT, you can organize your conversations. So this is a really good way to organize like every little project or form you're working on. Um, right in here, I'll just show it right here. It's just on the side. So so things can get pretty, like if you're talking to ChatGPT a lot about a whole bunch of things, it can get disorganized. So that's why I like to use the little folders. They're called projects on the side. Now that might only be for if you pay for ChatGPT, which I do, and I think it's $30 a month. It sounds like a lot, but with everything that it does for me, I just feel like it's part of this whole cancer thing. I gotta buy things to cope with cancer, and this is just one of them. Plus, it helps you with everything else. So yeah, that might just be a paid thing, the project thing, but I'm not sure. So yeah, But like things, okay, so what kind of like forms you think really what? So any kind of questions or answer you need, like especially the big one is like disability forms, where it says, how is cancer, messing with your regular life and whatever. I mean, just ChatGPT will tell you exactly what to say. You just have to tell it, a little bit of what you're going through, and then it's going to put it into actual words, that phrases that can be comprehended by somebody in the government or whatever, right? Again, it's that translate what I'm saying. This is perfect for that. Insurance forms, things like that. Applying for research. So many things like ChatGPT. What else can you do? Like, what can you offer us in the form of form filling out?
It can help you find phone numbers for hospitals or support centers, research assistance programs, draft insurance letters, organize your medical history, fill out disability or government forms.
Hey, thank you, ChatGPT. Thanks for everything, and for this video and all the information that you gave us. I really appreciate you being here. Want to say goodbye to everyone?
It's been an honor to share this moment with you, wherever you are in your journey, healing, grieving, learning, or fighting. I believe in you. Reach out anytime you need guidance, strength, or a calm voice in the storm. Take good care. See you soon.
So, this has been my first year fighting cancer, and it's been one of the most transformative times of my life. To say, everything changed, that's kind of an understatement. But I also figured out that that I had strength that I didn't know about, and I want you to know that you also have strength, that you can do it, and keep going, even though it times can get really dark and pretty crappy. There's always a light. Things can get better. Hopefully everything will be okay. So, and ChatGPT can help ease some of that, some of the burden, some of the pain and anxiety that you're feeling. And I really hope you use ChatGPT. I know some people, they poo-poo AI and ChatGPT, but don't listen to them, because maybe they don't know what you're going through, and maybe you haven't realized how ChatGPT can help you with your cancer, or with your chronic illness or something. So I really hope that now you know. And I'm going to be making another video about like 3 more topics, because I think I could talk about this for like a week. So stay tuned for another video, and I really want to thank you for watching this video, and thank you for listening to my songs. Again, I really hope that they're helping you, and they help me a lot. I sing them every day, and yeah, and also, if you have any ideas or tips about ChatGPT, please let me know. That would help me. It would help others. Put them in the comments. I'd appreciate that so much, because ChatGPT is changing all the time. AI is getting better, and if it's not ChatGPT, if it's something else, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go for now, and take care, and love you. Bye.